everywhere you go. On Geek Squad, usually when there is any announcement by any of the, I'll say, big brands, Samsung, Apple, or Google, we would like to talk about it oftentimes because we want our listeners and viewers to know what they can do if they are deciding to get another phone, another gadget, another watch, smart device, anything at all. And so tonight we're going to have the conversation on the Made by Google event that happened last week, Wednesday. There were really some cool things that they shared. And so, for our listeners, we would like you to be much enlightened so that you can make your decision when it comes to purchasing any gadget at all, when it comes to phones, smartwatches, or any device that is linked to that. I have my guests. I'll be introducing them and we'll get into the conversation. But before we do that, we'd like to share with you what has been happening in the tech space in the past week. So take a listen to the emerging tech trends. We will be back after that.
Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Emerging Tech Trends on Joy Geek Squad. My name is Denisia Poma Eje. In our headlines, Google reveals it isn't making tablets, smart rings, flip phones or glasses yet. Also, Google signs Stephen Carey to pitch its Pixel, health and AI gear. And Google Gemini can now read your docs aloud. Also, WhatsApp now lets you schedule group calls. Let's settle for the details now. With the launch of the Pixel 10, Pixel 10 Pro Fold and Pixel Watch 4, Google is clarifying where it won't compete with Samsung. In interviews with Bloomberg, executives confirm Google has no plans for flip-style phones, isn't working on a smart ring, and has paused tablet development, effectively cancelling the Pixel Tablet 2. Google has named NBA star Stephen Carey a performance advisor for its health, Pixel, and cloud products. He's already working with engineers to refine Fitbit's Gemini-powered health coach, bringing his training insight to improve personalized workouts and everyday wellness tools. Google Docs now allows you to convert documents into AI-generated audio featuring customizable voices and playback speeds. Both authors and readers of shared docs can listen via the tool's audio menu or through an inserted audio button in the document. And finally, WhatsApp now lets you schedule group calls from the Calls tab, complete with invite links, attendee lists, and calendar integration. New tools like raise hand and emoji reactions bring it closer to Zoom and Google Meets. And that's it for this week's episode of Emerging Tech Trends on Joy Geek Squad. My name is Denisia Poma AJ. I'll catch you same time next week.
Welcome back. This is Geek Squad with your girl Adobea Biritwum. Geek Squad is brought to you by MTN everywhere you go. We are streaming live on YouTube, on Facebook, and on X. So if you like to see what's happening in the studio, you can just hop onto any of these social media platforms and check us out at Joy 99.7 FM. Last week, Made by Google event happened, and there were quite a number of announcements in terms of updates, devices that Google is going to launch. And for us on Geek Squad, we are going to have the conversation on it, delve deeper into it so that we can share with you and you would know when it comes to decision making time, just in case you've been using your phone for some time now and you're thinking about upgrading or changing the brand, or maybe you're already even using any of the pixels, you can go ahead and make that decision. I have with me two gentlemen, and I'm going to introduce the first person. He is Samuel Boatin, the content creator for Interesting Digital Trends. Samuel, you're welcome back.
Thank you once again.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
I'm just really looking forward to our conversation tonight. I'm also going to introduce the other guest. He's in the person of Osei Keja, and he is a member of the Institute of ICT Professionals, and he calls himself a public interest technologist. Osei, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing?
Adobea. Hi, how are you doing, my fellow panelists? Hi, I'm well, Adobea. I'm well. I
Yeah,
hope I'm
someone he's
audible
saying
enough.
hi to you.
Oh, hello, sir.
All right, great. Okay, so we'll just delve into our conversation straight away. I'm going to start first with our reactions of the event, and I'm going to start first with the emojis. Like, if you're to describe your reaction to the event, just give me three emojis that you use to describe your reaction. I mean, you can describe the feeling as well. I'll start with you, Samuel.
Hi. Okay. I don't know. This birthday emoji, one blowing the horn.
Okay,
It's a celebration.
so that's good.
Yes, the smiling emoji,
Uh-huh.
and then the surprised emoji, the one that, like, oh my god, that kind of
Okay.
thing. Yeah.
So you're surprised, smiley, and then celebrating. I say,
So three emojis. The first one
mm-hmm.
will be an angry emoji based on how the very event, how it was characterized by the people who hosted it, Jimmy Fallon, the Jonah brothers, and other people. It made it a bit cringe. So I had this emoji of
You
an
said it
angry
made it a
emoji.
bit
Cringy.
okay.
Yes, yes. Then I moved to a smile emoji
Mm-hmm.
because, yes, it's been 10 years. Google is still here, making phones, making us smile.
Mm.
Then I moved to expressionless. I can't smile. I'm not showing any emotion. So three emojis: an angry emoji, a smile, and an expressionless emoji.
Interesting. I think I'm just going to say one for myself, and that also be a smiley emoji because looking at what they came up with, I mean, that's why we're going to have this conversation. So let us just delve into it. So coming back to you, Ose, what would you say was your biggest wow moment for the event? What did you
So
find so that?
coming to the event,
Mm-hmm.
there was a teaser from Google.
Mm-hmm.
We had Steve Curry, the NBA superstar. I mean, teasing about all this new slew of projects and AI features.
Mm-hmm.
So I was a bit, I mean, I was looking up to it. Only to get there, no significant. I think significant is a big word, but it was a full clever of little upgrades. But I'm particularly like the idea of the Pixel 10.
So that was your wow
I mean,
moment.
yes, they
Okay.
introduced this a more efficient Tensor G5 chip, and I mean a camera improvement, and also the display. When it comes to the display, it was
Okay.
equally great too. Yeah, so that was my wow moment.
Okay. Samuel.
It's a cue for me. A cue. Uh, I think it's one of the most. I always love the AI stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody has been waiting for it to be actually practical, something that you can utilize. For them to be able to take that step for it to be that practical, I think it should be exciting enough for anyone at all. Because we will all be waiting for this thing for a while, and it looks as if anyone who talks about it, I mean, up to now, the iPhone 16 has not seen much of these AI effects and
Oh,
stuff like that.
they said
Yes.
it will
We
come.
are looking at getting more of it, but it's being sold, but we're not seeing anything. You get the point? But these guys are actually putting it to practice, giving
Yeah.
it different names, Galaxy that, and
Mm-hmm.
now they are coming with the Q.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's exciting to see. It's practically working. I hope we get to see it when the phone is actually released itself.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. That's right. So coming back to you, Samuel, we're going to be talking about the Pixel phones. Okay, will we say that they are really game changers? And at a point, we'll be comparing them to Samsung and iPhone, but just Pixel for now. Will we say they are really going to be something that will cause some kind of disruption?
Not yet. I think this year their focus was probably on the AI stuff. They're trying to build in the software more than the hardware or anything else. So their focus was to make sure that whatever they are going to release can work with the devices. So maybe a faster chip, better lasting battery, so that we can have these AI features working privately without it going on any server. I think that's where the focus was really on. Because talking about this AI stuff, if they're able to take the lead in terms of actually being used on devices. It would rather be more exciting than to hear about it and never being able to use it.
Yeah.
So I think they were focused on that aspect. They were trying to get it in the phone now so that they'll be ahead of the others instead of just imagining a future which you've not kind of touched now. Yeah.
But I mean, talking about this AI and the integration and all that, like, what does that really mean for the average user, especially for us here in Ghana? Because I know we've been talking a lot about AI, and then what Google is trying to do with this advancing in that. What is that for the average user who is using the phone?
Well, to me, the most exciting one was the phone, the camera feature. Being able to give your phone to someone who's clueless about taking pictures and being coached by the AI itself to take a picture. I mean, this goes down to the average user. You get it? So you go to a restaurant.
Can we talk about the feature exactly?
Okay, so you go to a restaurant and then suddenly you have your friend who does not take pictures. The only person who is available to take a picture.
Right? How you saw that you give it to executive manager by the time you had your heads are cut off from
so you have your friend who can actually use the phone. You just hand it over to your friend. You sometimes I hate this really much because I'm a photographer. I take pictures of friends with my phone or any other device, and then it's so nice. Oh wow, do the same of me, and the picture looks as if you use a different phone. It's the same phone. So if the AI can now guide you on how to position the phone and take the picture right, I mean, it comes down to even the grammar. As long as you can read the steps. Oh, lower the phone, do this, zoom in. You're good to go. You can get awesome pictures. So, I mean, to the normal consumer, this is one of the features I feel like it comes down to ground. Yes, it really helps, yeah.
Osei, your view on that?
Yeah, precisely so. I mean, AI, all the big tech companies are chasing AI, including AI in all their products and everything to make it seamless. But my critical concern when it comes to this AI is that we as users, it seems like more of these Gen AIs or say large language models are a bit closer to us when you're talking of GPT, Gemini, and all those things. And a big obstacle for most of these big tech companies or say hardware companies is to make everyday AI closer to us, to make it seamless to us. That's what the hurdle. I don't know, maybe the psychologists will, or say maybe they may know the psychology of apps and how it works so that we can just get fully immersed into it. A lot of people have incorporated most of these large language models into their writing and all those things, but that hurdle there is a bit of a challenge. But I'm happy for Google. They've been doing amazing. Their new products and also the AI features seems very cool. Samuel did mention of the photo feature, which is incredible, and I do hope most creatives can leverage on it when it comes to creating wonderful pictures and creating wonderful memories.
That's true. But at least with what they have done with, especially like the camera as we were talking about it's guiding the user. So it's not like it's something foreign to you or abstract. You place your head, let the person's head go. I mean, when you are holding the camera, you know what you are doing. So in a way, they are being guided. It's not like it's just AI sitting somewhere, you're also sitting somewhere. So
I'm really excited about that aspect because people are now trying to find a balance between what is natural and what is AI. People don't want photos that you take a picture and the AI will just rearrange everything. Then the legs are fake, everything is fake. I want to see real life things by integrating the AI and still having real life things.
That's true.
I don't want to take a photo that the AI created. I want to take a photo that was in existence. So it can direct me on how to take it, but it shouldn't take it for me.
That's true.
Yeah, I really love that aspect.
That's true. The Pixel camera is always hyped. I remember the very first time I had a chance to see pictures taken by Pixel. It was I can't remember whether it was a wedding or so, but it was one of my cousins at a ferry. It was his phone. And then when he was done and he sent us the link to the Google Drive, when I saw the picture, I was like, wow. And apparently it was because of his phone, the Pixel phone, right? Yeah. So it's like every time when we are talking about the camera for the Pixel, we are giving it some kind of,
respect.
Exactly. We salute it like they do well and all that. When it comes to this year's upgrade, will we say that they've really done something or...
Well, it's like same boat. Unless you can run faster than your own shadow or something, there's no need for you to outrun yourself. You're doing so well.
Yeah.
They try to improve it little by little until it's a marketing strategy anyway. Little by little, advances. so that they can still maintain their lead without them losing it. But I don't think there's a need for them to increase any.
So it wasn't really worth
the
it?
changes were not that much. The only thing they did was to add a third camera to the base phone, which made it possible for people to have 20x zoom, which was not in the previous versions. That was up to 10x zoom, and giving the 100x zoom to the XL version, which has the AIs.
And I think that was very wild too.
Oh yeah, AI correction to make it more enticing. Yes, those are the only features that I think were added. But the quality, the megapixels and stuff like that, I think they were maintained around the same area as the Samsung Galaxy. So the quality and everything, as for them, they're already on point, so there's no need for that.
Exactly. Osei, you think the upgrade they did this year was really worth it?
Yeah, I don't know the long-term strategy of Google, but they've always been smart. The bottleneck or say the roadblock for Google has always been their marketing, to be honest with you. Their phones are very
It's true.
on point, yes, but their marketing is done very, very, very bad. And they don't communicate the very essence of the Yes, if you look at the Pro, they have added a slew of new additions in magnetic accessory for easier wireless charging and accessory. They've also added improvements in overall visual experience and top tier dust and water resistance together in one device. I mean, that's great for a foldable phone. I mean, that's amazing. But as I mentioned, their communications, I don't know their long-term marketing, but they've done well. 10 years, they are still in the game. But they should be way ahead, honestly.
So for you think they are not really blowing their horns well for people to know about what they are doing?
Yeah, for me, if you look at the whole event, bringing on Jimmy Fallon, bringing on the Kerry, the Jonah Brothers and all those things, it took the attention from the phones they are advertising or they are showing us, the hardware products they are showing us, to the people there. And it felt like a long program, boring. Their marketing, what are they communicating to us? We just put that with, say, Apple. Let's just put that with Apple products. See how the excitement and all those things. Apple may show, even last year when they introduced the phones and all those things. And previous year, you see how it's heralded by other events and all those things. But I don't know the marketing strategy. They are very good at engineering. Google is very good at engineering, but the marketing is a bit of a down.
I think they are doing well, but they can do better with their marketing. And
they must communicate.
Unless you have PhD marketing, I would have to counter this right now. I'm telling you the truth. Because it's like the target market for now, from what the research I did, was to get to the average consumer. Okay, for Apple, they already have the numbers. So, and most of the event that they do, they look at the techies, people who are interested in the very tiny technical, that the camera has done this, can shift stabilization this, and they target those people. And they have the after video that they do for the normal people. We call it normies in the tech industry. Yes, but when it comes to this particular setup they did, they are trying to bring everybody on board.
You're talking about Google now.
Google.
Yeah.
So they made it family friendly. They want everyone to be interested in the device, because the device has gotten to a point where Apple is making so much noise with their devices and making it look as if they are more welcoming because of the device was monopoly. Those who get to use it first can no longer switch. They want to make it friendly enough for people to also feel like, okay, we can actually vibe with this one too. They are interestingly bringing all these stars along so that you would want to watch and get along with them. Because they are the people who are trending at the moment. People are having the attention. So if you are bringing them on board and people come and watch and I make it friendly and simple for you to adjust to, not so technical, you would probably be interested in trying the phone out. I think that's the marketing strategy they are trying to go with right now. I understand the angle is coming from, but for you to get to the people, let's call them the normies. For you to get to the normies, you have to do something that is a bit more calm. For them to easily relate to, like a show. I'm on a show.
Exactly, and the people they even brought on board.
It's like they can also I'm watching an episode with them. That's how it's supposed to feel like. That's why you see the colors on the setup and everything was not like Apple with glass and no. The target market is different. Maybe that's why you are not understanding them. You are not the target market for the meantime. You are not a normie. You are a tech guy. So unfortunately, I'm sorry, we are not looking for you.
I want to ask a question on that. Yeah, I do understand they want to create an ecosystem of inclusivity. I do understand they want to go to the down to the target market. But watching the show, did they create that experience and vibe?
Oh, they did.
So I think
Oh,
that's
really?
where someone is saying that for you, or say probably you have a certain expectation because of your tech background, but for probably someone who is
let
not
me
really
highlight this for him so he will understand.
tech
You
person,
do realize
they
they
won't
released
really
a general
see it.
app
Yes.
which is already in the iPhone.
But you saw how Jimmy, I'm talking about the experience. They communicate to the average person.
Yeah,
Jimmy Fallon was,
they made it comedic, bringing stars on board, and they are intentionally putting the tech stuff at the back, like it's not there, but it's
Yeah,
there. Like
yeah.
talk about general app, talking
Yeah.
about the snap feature for the how do you call it, the magnet stuff for charging
but
and using
I
accessories.
believe they can do
And
much.
them mentioning Apple extra.
Yeah, they mentioned Apple.
You get a point.
Get to use Apple
Them mentioning
devices.
Apple. They are trying to make it like consumer friendly, so friendly that it looks like a sitcom.
You have your Apple devices and you can still even use this with
Yes,
that.
so it's like it has to be that calm. That's why they had to do that. I think for me it works. For me it works because I think having someone watch that show who's not a techie will feel like I got to experience something. It's interesting. For me to watch an Apple event as someone who's not a technical person, I would
No, you
get
switch
tired.
off
I'll
at
be
the
like,
point. It's true.
it looks too, yeah. But if I go to the other side, it's like I see this superstar, I see that, and it's funny and it's fun. I see people gymming. I'll get to like relate with it a bit more, like watching influencers. Yeah.
It's true. Anyway, both sides noted. Let's move on to the next point. We'll continue the rest backstage. So, I mean, talking about Apple, Samsung, and then Google Pixels, their phones and the cameras. Right now on the market, who would we say is winning? Samuel.
That'll be tough.
It'll be tough.
Very tough. Yeah.
Because they are all putting on their A game
Exactly.
now.
And the most difficult part is that the screens usually have different ways of displaying the pictures. So you can take a picture on an iPhone and the screen will help the iPhone, the picture look amazing.
Until you
take
move
it on
somewhere.
you take it on the Pixel will make it look so enticing. You take it on the Galaxy, it's you get it. They engineer it to fit the screen you're using. So it looks just perfect until you move to another device and you realize that they are almost all the same. Yes, except maybe the compression factors, and if you're going to use it for extra, that's where we're going technical. But the photos are generally the same. If you look at them side by side, if you mix them up, you'll not be able to even tell the difference.
I get what you're saying.
So I think they are good. The only difference is maybe even now I'm quite still doubt because there's this night mode for the Google Pixel,
yeah.
that when you take pictures at night, it can enhance it to the sun. It looks as if it's day.
But you know they gave an example with that.
Yes, but
Taking
just
one with an iPhone and then
don't listen to them. It's a marketing strategy. Because just recently I saw a friend use an iPhone 16 to shoot at the Adobea Bridge.
Okay.
I was laughing at them because they were asking me to take a picture with their camera. I was like, it's too dark, and they went out with their iPhone. When they came back, it looked as if they shot the pictures in the day. It was that clean, just as a Pixel.
Okay.
So I'm saying it's a marketing strategy. It's the same thing they're having on both devices nowadays. So the battery is a very bit tight. You can't really tell.
You wouldn't. You would not. I said, would you be able to judge one away now?
I don't know. I agree with Samuel. There's no single winner between Apple, Samsung, and say Google Pixel. I don't know what the angle we are looking at, but each brand is excelling in different areas. When it comes to overall performance or say ecosystem integration, Apple is doing that, which I expect Google to be doing that because how many of us are using Google accounts here? So I expect them for that.
This is why I want Apple to win at this point because we're talking about cameras. There's no ecosystem with the cameras. You just want them to win on this side. No. I will agree. So for now, for what he has said, I'm going to make Google win because at this point they're having 100x zoom. The iPhone doesn't have that.
Yeah, it's true. We're talking about their cameras anyway. Specifically on the cameras, like who is winning on the market?
You get my point.
Samsung, Google, and Apple.
Yeah.
Those three.
Unless you're telling me that Apple can do the 100x zoom.
Well, because they focus on software and AI features and a clean Android experience. It's immersive when it comes to the photography.
So who
it's
are
very
you saying
immersive.
is the winner?
I'll give it to the Pixel.
Okay.
I'll give it to the Pixel.
Okay, and I think we are all on the same page.
He's
on
back.
Somewhere we are on the
I thought he lost his trailer a bit. Welcome back, my brother. At this point,
talking about the ecosystem.
yeah, the cameras are good,
that.
but when it comes to the zoom level,
Yeah.
you can't beat the Pixel.
Yeah, that's true.
Point, yeah.
That's true. Anyway, can we now talk about the AI editing tools on photos and videos? I mean, we touched a bit on when we're talking about the fact that you're taking a picture and then you have that option to even let the image come out the way you want it. For someone who doesn't even know how to take pictures, they can be guided, right? Now, I want us to talk a bit about AI editing tools on photos and videos, because with Google's event that was done, they did a particular one where there was an image of a dog, and then that dog was turned into a video, and then
The view.
exactly.
Yes, sir.
So now the question is, are we moving closer to fake perfection now, where now because of AI I can see Samuel and it's actually not Samuel who is there?
Well, for fun content and stuff like that, I think for now eyes can tell. I don't think it's a problem for us to be able to explore something beyond something that's realistic. It's only be a problem if you try to make reality match with the AI. Try to make how do you call it, things that cannot happen. For example, a dog doing a podcast show is not something that can happen in real life. So creating content like that is, to
It's
me, it's
funny.
okay, it's fine. You have not crossed any line. You are just exploring something that your imagination wants to do. But if you come to the point where you want your dog to look a particular way, where in real life it is not, and maybe used for sales or anything like that, then that's where the problem is. Yeah. But for now, I think it's a fun thing to explore it. As I said, every time there's a new innovation, there's a danger side to it. So
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't cross to that side.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I think it's great.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fun to play with, but I also look at the ethical part of it. What does it speak? How does it inform other people and all that? And if you are on any of these social media apps, we've seen how many people are leveraging on these AI to misinform, to even generate images and photos which are abstract, I mean, completely untrue, and put a name out there, put a name in there. Even graphic designers are even leveraging on that and all those things. And the ethical concern here is that should one issue a disclaimer when you put the picture out there? Hey, this is an AI generated picture or something like that. In terms of it creates a whole myriad of issues here and there. But we need to just look at the ethical. It's fun to play with, to move things around. It's very fun, very good. But let's look at the ethical part too. Are
Got
people
it.
well informed about the ethics side? And I
Got
think
it.
that's what big tech is feeling. I mean, yeah, we are producing for you consumers. We don't care about misinformation, disinformation, or whatever, deepfake. We don't care. Yeah.
I get it. Cool. Can we talk about the announcements they made on their wearables, the watches? Can we talk about some of the features, and then afterwards we can just compare it with what we have on the market already?
What made me excited is the, how do you call it, the 15-minute
The
charge.
15 minutes lasts for 15 hours.
I was like, wow.
Yeah.
For those who are really lazy about charging their watches, will not have a problem now.
I think it's really cool.
Yeah. So if you forgot to charge your watch, you just in the morning plug it in.
15
For
minutes.
the 15
will
minutes
last-
about you're
it's like
about
the
to
whole
run
day,
out of the house,
yeah.
yeah, for 15 hours. It's crazy. But it's good. It's an exciting feature. And I hope the coach aspect of it also comes to more of life, because I mean, people usually have issues when it comes to exercising, downloading different apps, and I've seen a lot of ads on YouTube. Try this for your stomach flattening. Try this. How do you keep on with I know there's a lot of these things around nowadays. You can have a platform that is well how do you call it, people really know it well, like Google. People trust it. You can have some of these AIs help us coach you in terms of how you exercise, remind you on when you're supposed to exercise, remind you if you're fit, and all those things to help you, guide you. I think it'll be really, really good. Yeah.
That's really true. Also, looking at these features that we are talking about, do we think Apple users should be jealous of what Google is doing with their wearables?
For Apple, they communicate to the average user as durable. So the
Okay.
average user believes that he or she is wearing a durable watch or say a durable product. But Google are doing very exciting products. I mean, Google says that the Pixel Watch 4 is their first standalone commercial smartwatch to support a satellite communication feature.
Yeah, it's
And
part of
probably
the
has to do with that chip. And satellite connectivity for emergency communication on a smartwatch, that's mind-blowing, honestly. But as I come back to my earlier point, how are they communicating to the average Joe about, hey, this is this is spellbinding. This is so amazing. This my watch is so good about it. But Apple will give you anything and tell you, hey, this product, this from right from Steve Jobs.
I get you. I was going to say at this point, has Apple paid you or something? Because it looks like.
But that's the truth. That's the truth. I'm not being paid or anything by Apple, but but let's go into the features of, I mean, the Google features, right from the phones to the products, the AI features, and all those. They were the first to introduce I think the phone recording, screen recording, the pixels, and all those things. And others told that line. They've been doing amazing, but I feel like the communication, or the marketing, has been a bit of a downer.
Okay, yeah. So for you, they're actually doing the work, doing the engineering, they're
in
doing
terms
the development and all that.
Yes, yeah, they step up their game. They step up their game.
Okay, but they just have to let people know more about it. Right?
Precisely.
That's what you're saying. Okay.
I thought a good product would speak for itself.
How many Ghanaians use pixels?
But a good product supposed to speak for itself. That's what my whole argument. I don't know about the number of Ghanaians.
So if you are saying a good product supposed to speak, so are you trying to say the products are not that good?
Is it that good?
I think people don't really know about it.
He is saying it's the best. I'm asking him, is the statement wrong if you say a good product is supposed to speak for itself?
No, if I'm to answer your question, is that they fail to capitalize on their social, say, assets.
So you are still saying they should speak on behalf of the product. That's what you're saying.
No, you need to build an ecosystem of integration. They fail to do that. You have a Google, like we have how many? Let's go through their products. Let's go through their products. So many products they do have, but that integration when it comes to that hardware, it feels like a missing link. You have YouTube, they have Google, they have so many products where there is seamless integration. But when it comes to that hardware aspect, there seems to be not so much pushing there. But let's pick the Apple ecosystem. It was built on that.
Is it a copy and paste in the Apple that's making you so excited?
It makes sense inside. You know, you belong to the family.
Yeah, I mean, going from one device and pasting on the other device. What is in the ecosystem of the Apple that is not in the ecosystem of the Google devices?
They've created a weird feeling, a sense of belongingness.
Okay.
Wait, right? Let's talk about it. Is it AirDrop?
As I mentioned, the Pixel may have all these features, but they fail to communicate to the average person that, hey, we have a hardware product out there where everything can be seamless and integrated. But in the sense of Apple, they've created a sense of belongingness. I belong to this, like that sense of reason. Okay, yeah, AirDrop for me, this thing for me. Google have all these products long ago. They've made all these products. But they failed to connect the hardware aspect to their software integration. What they've been doing amazing.
I get you. I think we just have to find a PR for Google and get to make some inputs over there. But I think for it as well.
I'll send you a LinkedIn account, okay?
Oh my. Okay, so now my question will be, for someone using the Pixel 6 or 7, is it time for them to upgrade, or they can just wait? I mean, look at the way Osei is saying they are coming out with good products, but it's just the marketing. Should the person go ahead and upgrade to the 10?
Osei is just excited. I think it would be hard for anyone to just upgrade if you want to save on your money. The only thing that you should be excited about that will probably shift you to that level is when you are trying to get on the AI features. But even with that, Google is so generous that some of the features are even coming to the app itself. For example, the photo editing. I even want to talk about that.
Yeah.
If you have a Galaxy phone or you have Android for even if you have an iPhone and you have the Google Photos app, you can still do the editing on it.
You don't need your phone to do that.
Exactly. You don't need.
That's what Osei is. Okay.
Good.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. So yeah, you can actually use it. So I think there's a bit general. If you are not ready for the new AI features where you want the cues to be messaging, to direct you on the camera and stuff like that, where you want the inbuilt personalization of the AI to work and all those things, I don't think it is need for you to shift yet. You can just probably stay where you are and save your money for now. If you want better battery life, you want a brighter screen and all those things, just a few adjustments they've added, then maybe you can try it out.
You can look at upgrading it. Yeah. Okay. And if we put the new Pixel side by side, also I'm coming to you with this. I don't even know why you end up getting the iPhone questions. I was going to say if we put the Pixel 10 right side by side with the iPhone 16, who comes out on top for you?
This is very subjective, right?
Yes, it is.
In terms of experience, I know you are going to
Okay.
visual mouthpiece or something like that. But for better experience and all that, I think I'll go for the Google Pixel. Offering it's faster. I mean, what they release is faster. We are told that it offers up to 36% speed compared to the Pixel 9 Pro, and I want that something immersive, something I can fully drown myself
feel
there and
fine.
do all those.
Got
Yes.
you. That's cool. This is Geek Squad with your girl Adobea Biritwum. Geek Squad is brought to you by MTN. MTN, everywhere you go. We are having a conversation about the Made by Google event that happened last week. We'll take a quick break. We will be back after this.
Joy 99.7 FM.
In every community, the skyline is dotted with uncompleted buildings. Some at the foundation and others at lintel or roofing level. Each one tells a story, a dream, a home in the making, because home ownership remains one of humanity's greatest desires. Wherever you are on this journey, whether you are breaking ground, building up, or simply furnishing your space, the Joy News EcoBank Habitat Fair is designed with you in mind. Join us from Friday, the 12th of September to Sunday, the 14th of September 2025 at Good Park near Accra Mall for Joy News EcoBank Habitat Fair 3rd Clinic 2025. Let's help turn your home ownership dream into a lived reality. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, partners the EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair and brought to you by Drive EVGH. Drive into a sustainable future. Virtual Security Africa. Security for all. Safety and home solutions. You think of a door? We have it. Superlock Technologies Limited. You deserve the best. DPS Pipes, connecting you to life. Elegant Homes and General Construction Limited, where quality meets value. Gold Key Properties, transforming the landscape. Ayuda, Ghana's #1 services app. App Bako, Services Bebre. Special Gardens, Memorable Living. DBS Industries Limited. We truly are your roof masters. Door masters, the best indoors. Lesh Fortune Limited, unleashing luxury with perfection, one space at a time. LandlordAfrica.com, bringing the real estate industry to your doorstep. The Builders Market, bathroom, get it right. Right House Energy Limited, let's build smarter energy together. Masters in solar installation. Syntex Tank, Air Strong, Air Tough. Interplast, we make sure water reaches you even in space. Gilbert Security Doors, protecting lives and properties. Clifton Homes, beautiful homes, wise investments. Western Villas, where dream meet reality. EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair 2025. Dream it, own it, live it.
This BB Niger season 10, no filters, no scripts, no holding back, cause it's 10 times the drama, 10 times the rivalry, 10 times the game. Pay your subscription today and catch all the drama, fights, and more in BB Niger season 10, showing on DSTV channel 198 and GoTV channel 149. Watch the Sunday eviction shows live on Aquaba Magic, channel 150 on DSTV and channel 102 on GoTV.
I warned you, Elation.
I never knew that we had some nice stage play like this in Ghana. That's my first
I think it was very, very beautiful. I just love the bits where, with the effect of him going up and all of that. I don't think I've seen something like that.
Epic. We promised you epic. We gave you epic. Don't miss the final run of Wole Soyinka's masterpiece, Death and the King's Horseman, this weekend at the National Theatre. Saturday 30th and Sunday 31st of August, 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. each day. Grab your tickets now for only 200 cedis standard and 300 cedis VIP at www.imagebureaugh.com or dial star 714 star 46 hash. Death and the King's Horseman. Supported by Neeplan's Car Rentals, Ghana Tourism Authority, Pack Biscuits, Joy FM, sponsors, Stanbic Bank, Bill Savings and Loans, the luckiest, and proudly brought to you by MTN. This is the final run. Don't miss, don't miss, don't miss.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Welcome back. This is Geek Squad with your girl Adobea Biritwum. Geek Squad is brought to you by MTN. MTN, everywhere you go. We are having a conversation about the Google made by Google event that happened last week. I'm having a conversation with Samuel Boating and Osei Keja. And so far we have discussed some of the new features that was spoken about during the event. We've spoken a bit about the Gemini AI integration, and then we've also spoken about the Pixel 10 and comparing it to already existing brands like iPhone and Samsung. And we've seen that Google has done quite a number of things, and it all depends on the user and what they would want to use at the end of the day. So coming back to you now, Samuel. With Samsung, they launched its new Galaxy line, and now the question would be, how do Google's updates compare with what Samsung did with their Galaxy line that they did?
I think basically they are same at this point. Very much the same. They're only trying to match up maybe screen size just a little bit, weight just a little bit difference, this a little bit difference, and that. But the only thing that they had the difference in terms of changes was more of the AI features, which is more integration of the Google accounts and the content on it, making it more lively compared to what the Galaxy AI was trying to do. So unless you see it in practical, the updates and the changes will not be much unless the comparison is that when the full feature of the phone is experienced. Because looking at it, the excitement is that all your Google, Gmail, your searches, your this will have a particular place on your one device. That will, so that might be a little bit different from what the Galaxy is handling, because the Galaxy AI is probably not going to be like connected to the Gmail account as much as your Google Pixel will be connected to. Yeah, I think that's where the challenge will be.
Okay, all right, that's fine. I'm going to come to you with a different question just because of time. So, Google spoke a bit about sustainability and made some promises on that, right? And how important, I mean, these sustainability promises that they made, is it something that they can really go ahead and do, or is just PR and letting us know that they are going to be doing that?
Yeah, when it comes to sustainability issues and in terms with big technologies, I'm a bit agnostic on that. They promise us very, very high things, and it's all about profits at the end of the day. Good old capitalism, getting the money, going away, and they'll just throw in few things for social corporate responsibilities here and there. We've seen cases of emerging of large data centers and its effects on society here and there. And in the age where we are chasing AI race, who can develop, or say right now, is it AGI, artificial general intelligence, or the super intelligence? We see Meta chasing it. We've seen everyone chasing it. Yeah. Are we doing it at the expense of society? Are we thinking about the long-term health of society? Is it moving from stakeholder primacy to multi-stakeholder primacy, where the focus is on the users, the consumers, and all those things? I think these are the primary questions we should be asking as consumers too, not only as consumers. So we need to demand accountability. When I'm buying only the phone, where are we getting the lithium batteries from? Where are we getting all these from? Where's the advocacy? And I think it's incumbent upon us, we the consumers, not only we buying, to just make those calls, just hit them there. But for big tech companies, I'm a big agnostic when it comes to their promises and all those things. They're just throwing a few monies here and there and say, hey, yeah, we've done something. But we want real action. We want them to move beyond the rhetoric and lip service.
That sounds good. You mentioned something about privacy, and with that, I'm going to be asking you, Samuel. I mean, talking about the AI features and all that they are going to bring on board, should we as consumers be worried about our privacy and data tracking? I think one of the interesting things they did was the translate, when
live
the person had
translate,
the live
using
translate, exactly, using your own voice, and then the inflections and everything happening just like you spoke. But in terms of data privacy, where you are able to was it the Magic Queue or so, where you can just respond to messages and all that. So looking at all that, should we as consumers be concerned about it?
Yes, you should be very concerned. Before you go to that, I think that the aspect of the phone call that I felt like it was just rehearsed. I want to see on the show. I think it was rehearsed because the voice matching and everything. They didn't tell us how the voice can be picked by the AI to match in order to translate to another language. The guy just sounded like Jimmy Fallon speaking on the other side, speaking another language. It means that maybe they've trained the AI multiple times to either speak like him or they gave him the words to speak.
Really?
And they go, they could easily do that on the marketing. But maybe it's not ready yet. I want to see it in real life to be able to understand how it works or to appreciate it. Because I'm really skeptical about that particular one. When they did, I was like, whoa, this thing looks so... I don't get it. Anyway, back to the other side. I think it's quite scary. Immediately they started doing that, I was like, hey, I hope the security aspect of this, the encryption or whatever they are doing is certainly strong.
Say it's all on your side, it's all kept.
If someone is able to hack your system, you are in trouble.
Yeah.
Because you see, hacking, usually you have to take your time to go through the data of the person, trying to force your way through, scanning, blah, 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 blah. But with this particular one, if the person is able to hack and get access to control what's on your device, it just needs to ask a simple question. What's the password? And AI will draw out everything. When is he going for his next doctor's appointment? It's not now that it's going to scroll through your filter and check all those things because the AI has already summarized everything. So you immediately get access to that AI. Everything of yours is gone. Yeah, so that's where my fear is. But according to them, as I've always been saying, they say that it is secure. So if you can believe in that, I mean, you're good to go. But anything new that comes out has its own dangers and its own good sides. So.
That's so true. Also, I want to know your thoughts on that. The data tracking and the privacy.
Yeah, it's a great concern when it comes to issues of data and privacy. And I think the conversation should move from being all tech geeky to a matter of social responsibility on our part of, say, the regulators in our country. How many countries in Africa do have data protection laws and also biting? I think the word is here, are they biting enough? We've become, I speak from my constituency, that's Africa. Are they biting enough? We've heard recently, I mean, in Nigeria, where Meta was fined. I mean, this court's legal battle ongoing and all those things. We don't know the nuances. I mean, many people know the nuances here and there, but I don't want to go into it. But here's the case that we need to make our data protection laws biting. That's the only way we can protect ourselves. If you think, I don't care about data, what are they using for mine? The layman's, what are they using? I don't care about my data. It's only my date of birth and all those things. But it goes a long way, and we need to find a way to hold big tech accountable. What are they developing for us? What are they just developing? It may sound exciting, but the long-term effects can also be crippling.
I get you. We really have to be checking that. And talking about the things that they have done.
Wait. So does it mean that Google now can tell me where I'm going next and every data that's on my Gmail, everything they can actually...
they will be getting all that.
I think it's a good question we should think about. If, for now, they can let an AI do that for me and they have access to all my Gmail platforms, they can easily predict what I can do next.
Yeah, your calendar, your emails.
That's where those ads have been coming from. See how scary it is.
It is. It is. I mean, sometimes you're even having a conversation, and by the time you open your...
That's exactly what they are showing you.
Like, the next thing you see in the browser has to do with the conversation
and
you
now
just
there's AI added to it. Faster.
So it is exciting, as we also see in it, because it makes life easier for some people, really. The time you spend to sit down and be really...
The aspect of them replying to a message saying, okay, whose photo should I send, blah, 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 and how to go.
Exactly.
That part was really, really, really exciting.
Yeah, you know that thing can sometimes be time-consuming.
Please send me my photos. And I'm like, oh my God. I have to go and scroll. Because of that, the iPhone people never send their photos. So
is that really an iPhone?
It's an iPhone thing. They will never send the pictures because they took too many pictures. They can't find it. And they always delete it to save their space. Your pictures will never get to you. You took it for the moment to look at it. I
know I like doing that. Like, I take photos. In fact, my phone will be there and then they'll come and say, let's use the phone, take it. By the time they are done,
good luck.
photos and they are never coming.
I think the airdrop part is also part. I mean, if I finish taking pictures and I can't airdrop it to you, why would I worry myself going to WhatsApp and now come to send to you?
Yeah.
You think the pictures are not nice.
Yeah, yeah, I get it.
So Google ecosystem, how do we send the pictures without the airdrop? We'll talk about that next week.
The ecosystem thing that Osei is so particular about. Can we talk about the prices of the phones?
Google is still cheaper compared to the, how do you call it, Samsung and what's the name, the iPhone group, but it still has the power to do exceptionally well. I think it's a good sell. I think if people can easily purchase that, that could be one of the leveraging factors to get people to jump onto that particular device. I think it's great.
Got it. Osei, if there's anything that you're going to say for parting words, what would that be?
I wanted to say something to Samuel. 1799 is not cheap. He must be very rich.
We are comparing it to the other devices. Oh, wow.
In comparison, I always look at it in terms of averages for we the consumers. What are we earning? How much are we earning? And how can we buy these products? Is it for the high-end?
High-end phones are pretty expensive. It's out of the
And
league of many averages.
Isn't it recently that they released Lamborghini and it's sold out?
They should not communicate
the
as
average
if it's
Ghanaian.
I'm saying that the Lamborghini, you hear the story, right? They released the car and you can't get some to buy it till, I think, 2029 or something. How is that? Because there's a target market. Maybe you cannot afford it, but in terms of comparison with each or another device, then maybe that's when the pricing, the high and the lows come in. For you, I'm sorry, maybe it's not you.
Thank you so much, Samuel, and a very big thank you to you, Osei, for joining me tonight. And a very big thank you to you for listening in, for tuning in, or for even watching us on any of our social media handles. A very big thank you to my producer, Prince Safo, and the entire technical team, Anita and Crispy. Thank you. God willing, next week we will be back. Stay tuned. Up next will be Overdrive by